Good morning, guys. We are on a mission today. We are headed to Proline Racing Engines to finally take apart the Pro Mod engine and see how bad the damage was. I'm really hoping for an uneventful video, but maybe you guys get lucky, or maybe I get lucky and it's uneventful. But we're gonna rip this thing apart today, see what we find, see what kind of damage was sustained between, we've got about 25 runs on the engine, and also obviously the two turbos grenading, and a lot of material kind of just went everywhere in that situation. Hoping that most of it exited the charge pipes and didn't go through the engine, but there's only one way to find out, and we'll find that out when we take it apart. So today's video will be at Proline Racing Engines, taking it apart. We're right across the way from Fuel Tech. If you've never been here, they literally share a parking lot. So maybe there'll be something cool, and Dino over there will pop in at Fuel Tech, say what's up to those guys. Fingers crossed. Let's get this thing apart. Hopefully it's good, and if it is, we'll get it refreshed. We brought some parts with us from our stash, so we got a new rack of pistons and rods, spare set of cylinder heads, and some stuff. So if it's good, we'll get it together, get it back together. Maybe we can leave with it today. The car is at the body shop already. They've fixed the front end, so I believe they just got to do some paint work now, which is not going to be easy. So I'm sure they got a little bit more work ahead of them, but we're getting things back together. Stay tuned, see what we find. All right, so we're here at Proline. Let's check it out. They should have us all set up to get this thing all taken apart. The place is badass, state-of-the-art facility. You'll see they got an assembly room right here, a bunch of big boys in there. Here's the shop where all the magic happens. So these guys do a lot of engine work. Most of the NHRA Pro Mod cars, if you go to like the World Series of Pro Mod or any of the Winter Series races, the majority of the cars now all run Proline engines. They also do a couple other things. They do engines for underground racing. Like, these guys are, in my opinion, one of, if not the best engine shops in the country. And they're right here in Georgia, so it's like 8-hour drive for us, or a little under 8 hours. They support all the races. They come to all the races. The customer support is unbelievable. Our first race, we broke stuff, we tore stuff up, and they were there at the track, had parts, and were providing any kind of support or help that we needed. So that's a part of the reason that I chose them. And then obviously we have a good relationship with them. So today they're gonna help us get the engine apart. Hopefully it's not too bad, and see what we got to do to get this thing back together. Good. All right, here she is. So they got it already up on a stand. We're gonna follow their lead today, but I imagine we'll get the intake off of it, get the valve covers off of it, get the pans off of it, and just start taking it apart and see if we find anything out of the norm. Maybe we get lucky and this is just your basic refresh, and nothing went through it. But let's see. It's got, like I said, I think we're at 26 runs, and obviously the last run was a very interesting run. So let's see what we find. Chris, gonna be helping us out today.
Yes, sir.
Jason, gonna be helping us out today. So I always see Chris at the track. He's always working on these things, and he knows his way around them. Jason does all the tear down here at Proline. I'm gonna try not to get in their way too much, but if they let me, I'll help. Let's see what we got. See down there?
There's a little bit of trash in there.
Some pieces of turbo.
I'll be honest with you, chances are the seats are going to need to be cut, but if that's all we got to worry about.
Oh yeah, take that. I think we got lucky the fact that the charge pipes let so much out, because I was going back and forth to the guys like, man, I'd like to do something so that I can protect my front tire, because like my tire popped and that was terrible. But then I'm like, the flip side of that is, if they didn't come out of the charge pipes, it would have went through the engine. It would have been bad. If like those huge chunks. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do there. But this doesn't look too bad so far.
Yeah. No, I think we're so far on the right track.
So far, so good. Learning a lot from these guys, which is really cool, because the more you know when you're having to take these things apart in between rounds and whatnot, the better off you'll be. Chris does a lot of that at the track, and Jason does a lot of the tear down here, so just picking things up from both of them. So far, we definitely see some turbo material that went through the engine, but it doesn't look that bad. Like it might have, most of it I think exited the charge pipe, and also I think I just cut it off on time. So we're about to get the heads off of this thing, and that'll kind of be the first moment of truth to see if there's anything, really tore up in there, if a lot of material went through it. And then after that, we'll get eventually we'll get the pistons and rods out of it, and then check the crank and make sure that's good. And the pistons and rods, not a big deal. Those are almost like disposable. We change those after every 10 or 12 runs anyway. So if the block is good, the sleeves are good, the heads are good, like if the heads can be just serviced, we'll be in good shape. So we'll see. Let's get these heads off.
Yeah, it's
I don't want to celebrate too soon. You see though, there's like little pieces of compressor wheel, but it ain't.
Yeah, this side has some too.
This ain't too bad. This ain't too bad. See, the bottom of the head's up like, but this is not.
trash, but it's not a.
I might have caught this thing on time.
Yeah, I think you might have.
Oh my god, the heads look good.
I'm so fired up. Oh, that's awesome. This is good news. Yeah, the heads look good. I mean, obviously we'll go through them and maybe, do a valve job and whatever they decide it needs to be done, but I was expecting these things to be just all beat up and have marks in them from all the material bouncing around in there. I thought the same thing for the pistons, but looks like we might have got a little bit lucky. Usually when I break stuff, I'm like the worst. I'll break something and like the manufacturer will be like, oh, I've never seen that before. Like I always outdo it when I break stuff. Like exploding 2 turbos at the exact same time. I don't think anyone in the world has ever done that. Yeah, so.
Not in a good way.
No, not in a good way. But I'm excited. I think this is a basic engine refresh or blow up. Actually, honestly, it's not even really blown up. Yeah. At the track, we might get creative and clean this thing up and make another run. Yeah. We figure out a way. We'd be in there with like a vacuum and a hair blower.
A magnet.
We can make one more run on this thing. We can go to the finals if we need to. All right, I'm pretty pumped about that. The rest of the car got more tore up than the engine so far. It's a real deal Hemi. These things are so badass. One of these main studs probably has more clamping force than 3 of ours on the 2J. Oh, it's like a little 12 mil or 11 mil bolt.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're only 2. When you do the billet block, you can get the 4 bolt main, but they're normally just the 2 bolt.
So we just went to this style block.
Yeah, this is new for the MH7.
Yep.
Say the crank probably just lives a lot longer like this.
That's less deflection, a lot stronger. So he proposed that idea to.
And the cranks would normally crack when they start to go back. Oh yeah.
I have not been checking them.
Yeah, no huge chunks of anything.
Nothing crazy. So how you feeling?
I'm feeling like a lucky guy. I'm gonna get lotto tickets today. If we win, it's gonna be pretty insane what we do with that. But anyways, yeah, so far so good. We got the pistons and rods out of it. They'll check the crank. It looks like a basic refresh. Boring, but great news.
Is that common that you have to always heat them up to get them off?
Yeah, a lot of times they'll have Loctite on them.
That being gone,
If you just try to use
I
that
was-
puller
I used
without
to race.
heat,
My dad built me a
it'll
junior
flat
track.
the
Yeah,
thread.
I was the first junior track to ever
So you
race
put a little
block.
heat to them,
Oh, nice.
most
And,
of the time they come right out.
That's up to the track, and that track.
Now, you guys are gonna degree.
We're
Make
gonna
sure it's
degree-
all the same.
Yeah, we're going to degree the cam. So we'll do an intake open, intake close, exhaust open, exhaust closed. And then we'll do intake center line and max load.
So the center main bearing with the thrust on it, that side is definitely not happy. This is the back side of it. So when you turn on the torque converter lockup, it puts so much force on the crankshaft. It's trying to like literally pull the crankshaft out of the block. So we got to be better about that. We're gonna have to change these center main bearings, which we haven't at all yet. All the main bearings look great except for this one. So we'll have to start changing this probably. We'll probably just do it every time we do a rack of pistons and rods. But yeah, that's when you lock up that converter, that's what it's doing.
Roll it over here, make it a little easy.
Going on this table?
Yes, sir. We're gonna go straight up.
Yep.
Hang on. Let me rotate that and get that straight up. There you go.
Good.
Ready, 1, 2, 3.
It's a real deal crankshaft.
So you're just making sure all the oil's off of it. So when you guys do that that color test,
Yeah, when magnet flux it, all the oil has to be off of it. It has to be clean as possible. It'll show everything. If you don't get it off, it'll show all the oil.
and that test just pretty much shows if it's got any cracks anywhere, you'll be able to see it.
Yeah, it'll show cracks, heat fractures, or heat fractures from where it's got hot. I don't think we'll see any heat fractures on it because of the way the bearings look.
Yeah, I guess you gotta get to a point where
We'll get it cleaned off and put it in the mag machine and see if it's cracked.
So moment of truth. So far visually everything looks okay. We're gonna check the crankshaft and the camshaft. Crank looks good, but this test will tell us for sure if the crankshaft is good or not. And if it is, it's a great day. So watch they do this, it's pretty cool. They cleaned it, got all the oil off of it, they'll put it in here. This is a mag test, Joey.
A lot of times you'll see it fractured on the lobes and the main journals. It is cracked.
How's it look?
Cam looks good. Cam looks good.
One down, one to go.
I wasn't that worried about the cam. I feel like, I don't know, but I'm gonna guess that the cam is not as expensive as the crank. The moment of truth would be the crank.
So this is it, still demagnetizing?
Yes, it's demagnetizing. We magnetize it when we start it to get the liquid to stick to it. Now we're demagnetizing it.
So this liquid has like metal in it?
Yes, it has a metal fragments in it which sticks into the crack. And once you put that UV light on it, it shows. Sometimes if they got a little scratch on them, it takes a 400, kind of run over them where it's at. And sometimes they get scratched from the bearings being pulled out, especially if you use a pick or something like that. Sometimes that pick will
Scratch the
nick it.
surface.
Yeah, it'll nick it, and you see it's gone away now.
Right.
That little spot that was there is gone now. I say it's good.
All right.
Okay.
I haven't seen I can do this all the time, but this is Jose level.
Verdict is in. We're good.
We're in good shape? I
Yeah.
couldn't even watch. I had to watch from back here how I was doing.
Yeah, we're good. We went 2 for 2. Cam and crank are stout.
And you learned something about this machine. How old do you think this technology is?
I looked at the machine. I couldn't tell you how old it was.
I thought it was some new technology.
I feel like standing here too, we might be getting canceled. when it
Well,
makes
that's
noise.
beside me. We're not going to talk about that. It's just old.
Yeah. You should be wearing a radiation suit, like when they do the X-rays, they put that thing on you.
Yeah.
You should be wearing that lead vest.
A lead vest.
Yeah. But good day. We're gonna get out of here soon, and we're gonna get lottery tickets.
All right.
If we win, we're gonna do some crazy stuff. Yeah. All right. So great day overall. We got this thing completely torn down. These guys like took their time and explained to us every single thing, every step of the way, the entire time, and it's still got it completely disassembled. Check the crank, check the cam, all within like 2 hours, which is really badass, and just speaks to how well designed these engines are. So it'll probably get some new sleeves, new pistons and rods. They'll just freshen up the cylinder heads, probably cut the seats, and just make sure that the valve job is good, being that material ran through there. They'll clean up the intake manifold, same thing, because material ran through there. All new bearings, all new head gaskets, and get this thing back together. So one step closer to running again. And honestly, this is probably going to be the easiest part of the journey. Everybody thought the engine would be trash, and I knew there was potential that it could be, but I had a good feeling about it. When we pulled the plugs, they looked good, so I had a good feeling this would be all right. So solid day, and probably, I would imagine, I'll talk to them, but in a couple weeks we can come back and pick this thing up, and by that time we should have the car back from paint, get this thing back together, and do whatever we got to do to get to the Yellow Bullet Nationals, Cecil County, go up there and hopefully leave with a check or perform well. I really want to win. That's the goal. I know that the car is capable. I know that our team is capable, but we got to prove it. There's people who have run Pro Mod for years and not won anything, so I'm not thinking it's going to happen overnight, but it would be really cool if we can go up, go some rounds, and potentially win something. So stay tuned. We'll get this thing back together. Pro Mod content coming soon. This thing will be back together soon. We're not taking it lightly. To race at this level, you got to be willing to put in the work. It's a lot of sacrifice, time off of work, time away from our families, but we're going to get this thing back together as quickly as humanly possible. And I think, like I said, I think we'll have everything ready to go by the time the car comes back from paint. And we'll keep you guys posted. Thanks.